It is 3 a.m. You open your eyes, and staring back at you in the pitch black are two glowing eyes. A heavy, unmoving weight is firmly planted directly on your chest. You are experiencing the universal feline phenomenon known as midnight paralysis. We've all been there, trapped under a sleeping cat. But why do they do this? Why do they bypass perfectly good cat beds to use us as a table pravat, a warm bed? That seemingly quirky choice of a sleeping spot is driven by ancient survival instincts. That heavy weight holding you down in the dark is the modern manifestation of a primal, wild instinct playing out right in your bedroom. To understand this, we have to look at their biology. A cat's natural body temperature averages around 102 degrees Fahrenheit. To maintain that high baseline without burning through all their calories, they are constantly seeking external heat sources to conserve energy. A cat's behavior is shaped by their dual role in the wild as both predators and prey. This dual role hardwires them to be intensely vulnerable when they sleep. To survive, their instincts command them to seek out an elevated, highly secure safe zone whenever they power down to rest. Now bring that wild instinct into your house. To a cat, your large size, your familiar scent, and the steady rhythmic rise and fall of your breathing make your body the ultimate predator-proof fortress. Okay, so if I'm hearing this right, my cat doesn't actually like me. They are simply using my body as a giant functional tool for body heat and personal protection. It's easy to jump to that conclusion. However, this physical survival tactic actually forms the foundation for a deep emotional connection that completely defies the cat's aloof reputation. That reputation is everywhere. Culturally, we love to frame the cat an independent, selfish animal that only tolerates us because we know how to open the food cans. That stereotype is exactly what researchers at Oregon State University set out to test in a 2019 study published in Current Biology. Current Biology is a peer-reviewed scientific journal that publishes primary research across all areas of biology. This chart shows the specific results of placing adult cats in an unfamiliar, stressful environment to observe their reactions. The data revealed that an impressive 65.8% of the cats demonstrated secure attachment to their owners. Secure attachment is a psychological classification, meaning the subject explicitly relies on their caregiver for safety and comfort in times of stress. To give that number context, researchers ran the exact same baseline tests on dogs, yielding virtually identical attachment rates. Even more surprisingly, that feline metric perfectly mirrors the 65% secure attachment rate observed in human infants. The quantitative data proves they aren't cold opportunists at all. A cat views their chosen human with the exact same level of reliance and trust that a baby places in a parent. That explains the location, but it doesn't explain the pre-sleep massage. Why do they insist on making biscuits, kneading their paws into us before finally settling down? Kneading is a direct holdover from kittenhood. Nursing kittens push their paws against their mother's belly to stimulate the flow of milk, and adult cats retain this action as a way to physically self-soothe when they feel incredibly relaxed. It also serves a territorial function. Cats have scent glands located right in their paw pads, meaning every time they knead your chest or legs, they are depositing unique pheromones and subtly claiming you as their safe personal territory. This diagram shows the internal chemical reaction triggered by this close physical contact. The warmth and rhythmic motion cause a measurable drop in cortisol for both the human and the cat. Cortisol is the body's primary stress hormone, responsible for fueling anxiety and the fight-or-flight response. As the stress hormone plummets, it triggers the release of oxytocin in both nervous systems. Oxytocin is a neuropeptide hormone that promotes intense feelings of love, bonding, and emotional well-being. A cat sleeping on you operates as an active, synchronized chemical event that physically relieves stress for both species at the exact same time. If this nighttime routine acts as the ultimate sign of trust and a biological stress reliever, what does it mean if your cat suddenly stops sleeping on you? Cats absolutely thrive on consistency. If a highly affectionate cat suddenly begins isolating themselves at night, you should treat that as a major behavioral red flag. Vets point to two primary culprits for this shift. It is usually either intense environmental stress, like moved furniture, shifted schedules, or a new pet, or it indicates hidden physical illness and pain that requires professional medical attention. A healthy cat's instinct is to seek comfort and safety. Actively avoiding their established safe zone is their loudest, clearest way of communicating distress. So if your cat is healthy and happily pinning you to the mattress every night, losing a little bit of sleep is actually a massive evolutionary compliment. Exactly. The animal isn't trying to ruin your sleep posture. By choosing to rest on you, they are actively synchronizing with your secure base. Next time you wake up paralyzed by a purring furball, appreciate the snuggles and the deep, scientifically validated bond it represents. The midnight paralysis is a small price to pay for an attachment as secure and profound as that of a human infant.